are from
Group 7. We are going to talk about bi to the po to the la to the dis to the to the bipolar disorder. Order.
Mental illnesses are mental conditions that significantly affect someone's behavior, feelings, and mood. There are many types of mental illnesses such as PTSD, ADHD, anxiety, and depression. As you can see from the screen, our topic for today's presentation is bipolar disorder. So, what is bipolar disorder? It is a brain disorder that causes changes in a person's mood, energy, and ability to function. It can occur at any age, but usually being diagnosed in the teenage years or in the early 20s. People with bipolar disorder experience intense emotional states that typically occur during distinct periods of days to weeks. Normal people experience mood fluctuation as well. However, these mood changes typically last hours rather than days. Also, their changes are not usually accompanied by the extreme degree of behavior change or difficulty with daily routines and social interactions. Normally, people who suffer from mental illness will have very low self-esteem and affect them to confront with the society. In this case, the most prominent sign of bipolar disorder is severe mood swings that differ from their usual mood swings. Symptoms are varied in each person and may vary over a period of time. Bipolar disorders can be broken down into various types and subtypes, for example, cyclothymia, bipolar 1, and bipolar 2. These classifications are depending on how severe the bipolar disorder affects the patient and how often the patient experiences mood swings in a period. Moreover, someone who has relatives that suffer from bipolar disorder will get a higher risk of this disease also.
Our research question is about bipolar patients' quality of life. Firstly, physical domain. Patients with coexisting illness such as viral infection, diabetes type 2, and high body mass index (BMI) tend to have poorer quality of life. They will counter with worse and harder to control symptoms, longer period of illness, and lower psychological functioning due to poorer pharmacological response. Thus, the physicians will help them on how to enhance their sleep and wake patterns, nutrition intake, and healthy habits that will lead to better quality of life. Next, psychological domain. Bipolar patients have lower cognitive performance compared to normal persons. They have problems in processing speech, attention, and verbal memory that will lead to poor occupational outcomes, reduce their academic achievements, and difficulties in daily routine. It is believed that patients who openly receive their treatment from the professionals have positive outcome regardless of whatever type of stabilizer is used.
Let's move on to bipolar patients' quality of life in terms of environmental factors. Generally, in books or movies, people with bipolar disorder are often portrayed as crazy people who will commit crimes and are unable to live independently, that eventually leaving society with a negative stigma towards them. This stigma that arises from fear, ignorance, and prejudice leads them to discriminate in the workplace, school, and other social activities. People that surround them who encounter their depression situation tend to abstain themselves, even though it is not something that often occurs. Unlike other mental illness, bipolar disorder is not a static condition, which is, bipolar disorder condition can be unpredictable and unspecific even through medication or changes in behavior. During these mood swings, they experience difficulties in their daily life activities. Therefore, their family members and friends are also involved with these problems, as they are the ones that are close to them. People with bipolar disorder should be more open about their condition towards their close mates, as it will become their moral support. Not to forget, outsiders who have their first experience facing bipolar situation tend to have negative stereotypes toward them. They are labeled as inability person and does not get trust from them. For example, if they are married, people thought they are a burden toward their partners. Eventually, living with this kind of stigma just will worsen patient condition. In addition, the next factor is how patient social interaction differs before and after being diagnosed. Living with social judgment slowly took away their confidence. Based on Mr. Cole's statement, he dealt with hardship in his social life in the first 4 years of being diagnosed with bipolar disorder. At first, people around him are in denial to accept his condition. He then becomes afraid to confront crowds or even individuals because he thinks they have a negative perception of him. So, this is the full quality of life in bipolar patient.
There are various ways to treat bipolar disorder. The most popular treatment is by medications. Patients will be given medications for mood stabilizer and antipsychotics to control depressive, manic and psychotic episodes. In tandem with medications, psychotherapists also can help the patient to cope with the symptoms and challenges of bipolar disorder. Other than that, there are alternative therapies such as electroconvulsive therapy, ECT, and transcranial magnetic stimulation. But these alternative therapies do have advantages and disadvantages. Anyway, it is worth considering it while medication is not an option. Lastly, bipolar disorder can be treated by improving your daily lifestyle. A bipolar patient can stick with a daily routine to avoid unexpected triggers for mood swing. As a Muslim, you get affected by life's troubles and disturbing thoughts like everyone else, but you can deal with them much better because you have a clear roadmap of where you came from, where you are going and why. So, you have a head start having this fundamental knowledge from its source. As Allah said in the Quran, Surah At-Talaq, Ayah 2-3. And for those who fear Allah, He always prepares a way out and He provides for him from sources he never could imagine. And if anyone puts his trust in Allah, sufficient is Allah for him. For Allah will surely accomplish His purpose. Verily, for all things has Allah appointed a due proportion. In a nutshell, people nowadays should be more aware of mental illnesses such as bipolar disorder. Society should treat them equally without discrimination. As Muslims, we should not judge people with mental illnesses by saying that they are not religious enough. Mental illness is always considered as a taboo in the Muslim community. Strictly, mental illnesses do not relate to someone's faith. It is scientifically proven that many causes can contribute to mental illnesses. Thus, it is not fair for a Muslim to judge others' mental health issue. That's all from us. Thank you.